Hey guys, Nolar here, back with JP Dokkan, and today we're going to do a little something different. I wanted to discuss on my thoughts on why we're here where we're here on Dokkan. Kind of interesting because think about it, Tier 6 was a banger. All the Tournament of Power stuff for UI Goku, then yeah, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, like just a ton of stuff that happened. And then after that, it kind of fell off a little bit, right? So, I wanted to talk about where we are and potentially what the future looks like on Dokkan here, because I don't think you can rely on banging releases every month per Dokkan Fest like you did in like year 4, top grossing, all that kind of stuff. I think they're just picking their moments now because they realize the landscape is a lot different. So let's just go over the most recent units to kind of give you an explanation as to why I am thinking the way I am. So here we go off the top. We got, of course, the LR Minotia and Tapion and Minotia. A Tapion, I guess that's how it's supposed to be. Look, you've seen some of my showcases. Hopefully, you've seen a bunch of other people's showcases. They're really good. They're very, very good. Like, very solid. But they can't really be used outside of their team because they're really here to support Siblings Bond and Warriors of Legend, or whatever the title is supposed to be of that category. But they fit really well. It's just outside of that, like on joint forces and stuff like that, they just don't. Doesn't work, right? And the thing is, like, they're very good, but they're only meant in their own specific niche of units and categories. You're gonna run him alongside the AGL Easy A Tapion. I mean, you can run him with the Tech one as well, but more likely you're gonna run those combinations, and that's the team you need. Like this team is good enough to run you through a bunch of stuff. Like I said, really good. Just gonna be hard to use them outside of their indicated use. And then, of course, you've got here Videl, right? Let me pop this up. So you have Videl. She's also really good, too. Stacking when she's got Great Saiyaman, Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, whatever the case may be. She's doing really, really well. Like, she's fantastic. It's just, again, a little, quote-unquote, crippled by the fact that you need a Gohan, right? So we've come to a point where, like, is Videl hype? No. We got an LR that's Tapion and Minotia. Tapion and Minotia. Sorry, Garesh. No. Like, it's not like super hype. Now, why does this matter? To me, it feels like, and this is the statement of the video, that Dokkan's at a point where they are not competing with all the other gachas. They're not pushing out the hypest units possible to make the most money consistently all the time. Every gacha needs has a rise, and then it's got a lull. It seems like the anniversaries, the worldwide celebrations, the golden weeks, well, maybe not golden week per se, but those are like the big anniversaries or celebrations where they're going to try to hit it home and probably hit top grossing and, make the most money out of it. But because of the gacha landscape, and I strictly mean by like Uma Musume, FGO, the baseball gacha, like the landscape's much more competitive. And look, even if you're number 3 on top grossing, it's still pretty good. You're making a ton of money, right? You're just not making the most money out of all. And I think for Bandai, until like version Z, however you want to pronounce it, comes out, they're not going to be in a position to compete with those kind of gachas. So I feel like up until that version comes out, which it feels like it's going to come out for Worldwide Celebration. Like, I don't think it's coming up anytime soon. I mean, we got the notification or like the information last month or 5-6 weeks ago. And that felt pretty imminent. Doesn't feel like it's imminent now, like it's coming up anytime soon. So for me, it feels like they're just putting out units that are like crazy good, right? Like Videl's crazy good on her own team, strictly Defenders of Justice or Peppy Gals. Again, she really needs to be on Defenders of Justice so she could be maximized with a Gohan on her team. But either way, she's really, really good. Same thing with Tapion and Minotia. They're really good, but they're kind of niche to their own teams and categories. That's where I think we're heading for now until version Z comes out and then really hopefully blows the doors off, because I feel like there's a lot of things they need to do. Like the Peton battle is cool. I log in every like hour and a half, 2 hours, like adventures, any gacha that has an adventure system. That's the whole point. They want you logging in every hour, 2 hours, whatever, because here's the truth. If you are a spender, even a remote spender, like, you buy just $5 a month on the sub or whatever the case may be, the second you log into the app, you're already tempted and you already know that you could probably spend. So they want to get you in and out of, or in the app as much as possible, not out of it. So The whole Peton battle is cool. I just kind of find it weird that they put it out for a week. It's just like, why don't they do it consistently, like in seasons or something? I don't know. Maybe they'll do that. But the whole point is there needs to be revamp. Oops, clicked on the mouse. Revamp on how the game runs, right? Like story mode, or not necessarily story mode, but that's a whole other thing. Like we probably need more story mode, just more ways to farm stones on that way. But just another, like, they need to redo the whole concept of rank, or the whole concept of with the farming of links and stuff like that. It just feels like right now they're kind of stuck in a position. They need to reinvent themselves out to really compete with what's out in the market. Because if you guys seen any of the Uma Musume stuff out there, it's a well done product, like very well done. And of course it's niche to Japan, because Japan loves their horse racing. So the reason why I brought this up is because you're looking at Golden Week. Everyone knows it's GT themed. We're getting LRB Pan's getting her Easy A. And usually Golden Week is a dual Dokkan Fest of a super type and extreme type, right? Now, I think personally, this is the time to get us a Dokkan Fest Baby, because I don't think Baby is necessarily the most hype thing out there. I mean, especially in Japan, but I feel like if they're gonna kind of lay low for a little while till version Z or Z comes out, then that might be it, like a dual Dokkan Fest of Baby and Goku or something like that along the lines. Because I would love a Super Saiyan GT Goku, Kid Goku, or Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku that transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You know, like I would really like that, to really flesh out the teams. And of course, I'm looking at the GT Link now. There's a ton of stuff in here that they could use. Most of it's Shadow Dragon arc, but they could really flesh this out some more. And GT Link, once you get to level 10, is 2 key, 10% attack and defense. That's nothing to scoff at. So, yeah, guys, I just personally feel like, the category, the way Dokkan's running right now is kind of interesting, because, like, it feels like they're just aiming to be in top 5 for top grossing. They're not looking for the hypest thing. They just want to make some money. And right now, they're waiting for, to me at least, they're waiting for when version Z comes out and they can really push it and compete with all the other gachas out there. Because, like, Fate Grand Order, it's the waifus, right? Uma Musume is the waifus, but the production is really, really good. The baseball gacha, I mean, it's fantastic for Japan, because that's really the kind of thing they're into, especially with Uma Musume, with the horse racing and all that kind of stuff. So, like, that's really where you would find... like, that won't translate to the Western side of the world, right? Like, here, if you drop that baseball gacha, is it going to do well? Probably not. Uma Musume? Maybe. Probably not, but who knows? I could be wrong, but that's not their market, right? And so I think Dokkan is just like, let's throw some, like, lesser-known hype stuff, but make them good to entice people to summon. And, yeah, we'll be fine maybe being top 5 on the top grossing charts instead of number 1, trying to push for it. It's going to be interesting to see, because it seems like the game director has changed quite a bit, right? You look at year 6 anniversaries, we got a couple Easy A's that we didn't even think of, like you had Goku, and then Goku and Frieza. Like, did they really need it? Not really, but they're balanced where, yeah, they're really, really good, but they're not going to wreck over everything, you know? We have LRU at Goku for that, but my point still stands is that it seems like instead of being complacent, it might seem to people that they're being complacent. I don't think they are. I think they're just being proactive and looking ahead and seeing that potentially in like 3-4 months, they're going to be competing back at the top again. It is a 6-year-old game, guys, more than 6-year-old, right? So engine needs an update. I would, like Hydros would want HD arts. I would love HD arts, but it would quite need like an overhaul, and hopefully, again, I could be wrong. If they don't change too much and they keep on the same track, then I'm wrong. Then it's all about complacency. They're just being content on being top 5. They're never going to compete with the likes of FGO or Uma Musume or whatever. And maybe they don't care anymore. I mean, they still make a ton of money. The gacha market is saturated now, so they can't own it. But hey, being number 5 is still a ton of money to make, right? So anyways, guys, I just wanted to do this quick discussion piece because I figured, like, people have been asking me a little bit, like, what do you think about this? And I figured I might as well get my thoughts out there. I've been trying to do more stuff with 5.9 and make some more content there. So, you know, this was potentially a thing we wanted to do, but end up we didn't do it, and that's why I'm talking to you guys about it. So, look, I just want to give out my thoughts, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to stick around, sub, like, all that stuff, I appreciate it. But Not going to force you guys or anything like that. So I appreciate everyone being here. I'll catch you all next time. Nolar, out.